husband to be, my very good friend since Kampo. And man, I was making so much money. I didn't want to go to campus.
So mimi nisipouliza hii swali, najua Kenyans watanimeza because I am with someone who is part of the millers that we have. So na najua other people wenye watanimeza ni my mlembe people, mlembe swa, mlembe mia, mulimoyo. Sasa hii swali ni yenyu. So hii unga itafika 100 lini? Hi everybody, karibuni sana. I'm your host Joyce Cheruto. This is an amazing show where we talk to pacesetters, change makers, and leaders in their own rights who are doing amazing things here in Kenya. And today we are with a business mogul. Mtamuona tu. So for those who have been tuning in, asanteni sana for the support, and for the new subscribers, karibuni sana, feel at home. I hope you guys will be inspired by our content. So Leo, we have someone who in 2018, he was nominated for the top 40 under 40. He is one of the youngest executive directors in the country. He is none other than Joseph Choge. Karibu sana, Joseph.
Asante, Joyce.
Sikuwa nataka kufanya kutoboa all the secrets about what you're doing, but I know you're really doing amazing things in the business world. Ndio nimekuita business mogul. Ama ningekuita tycoon.
I thought moguls are the ones that actually hold the whole basket of money.
Yes.
Yeah. But we just lead business. Yeah. Yeah.
Karibu sana to our show.
Asante.
This is the first time I'm hosting my village mates in this show.
It's good to be here. Good to be the village mate, you know?
Yeah, good to have you over.
Asante.
Sasa, let's deep dive into the conversation. So let me tell you, Joseph, Mimi, I have a very great fear. Every time I'm on a motorbike, kwanza ianze tu kwenda hata si speed mingi, ianze kwenda 80 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
My heart tells me, shuka ama nishuke, simama ama nisimame. Yeah. So the adrenaline I really cannot handle. So when I read that you own a 1000cc BMW motorbike, nikashanga. Wow. Okay, so tell us about your passion for biking.
Yeah, I love bikes. What do you fear? You know?
Unajua kuna protection huku na huku sika gari the way, and then you have a 1000cc. That's like a small car, like the engine power. Hey,
so it's
you falling like this. Ogopi miguu itaenda.
So one thing I normally say, you have to be a responsible biker, and then you take the necessary precautions. You wear your helmet, you wear your gear and all that. So don't you asked me earlier in a different segment about fear. Yeah. Why do you let fear stop you enjoying your life, right? Yeah. So I enjoy my bike. I enjoy riding. It's something that helps me unwind. And just the sound of that rev gives me goosebumps.
The feeling of the wind against your face.
Yes, as you cruise. That's just amazing. Yeah. And I think ever since after Form 4, I was in a bike to date. Yeah. And in fact, as we speak, I'm actually thinking of upgrading my bike to a different one.
A bigger engine.
A bigger engine, probably 1800cc.
Yeah. Guy, kavits ama viti inakuanga 1500. Ama ni gari gani inakuanga 18? Oh my goodness.
Vits ni kama 1300 ama na kuna ya 1000. Yeah. But let's enjoy life.
Let's enjoy life. Yeah.
Do the things that give you joy. You know, after every day that we toil and hustle and do all the works, you know, we need to go back and refresh ourselves, the state of mind, and just be free. Yeah. That's my free space.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's your pastime.
That's one of my pastimes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get to know Joseph a little bit. How would you like to describe yourself to someone who's listening to you for the first time?
Ah,
I know most of you people got to, for those who are wondering, najua mnashanga mnaona Joseph, you're like, this guy looks familiar. Msijali, endeleni tu kusikia, because in 2021 is when he came to the limelight, and you'll get to know. So yes, continue.
what happened in 2021?
Then you'll get to know.
Okay. No, how would somebody describe me? I'm a father. Yeah, it's I think it's my most privileged, opportunity to be a father to those kids. It gives me so much joy every day, and it's the reason I grind. Yeah, and then a husband to be, my very good friend since Campo.
Beyonce.
This year, yeah.
Okay, Brenda, sorry.
Okay, yeah. So this year is going to be 15 years of marriage. Amazing. We can't wait to celebrate in October. So just next month. I'm excited, looking forward to that. Yeah, and besides that, somebody would describe me as a business leader in the country, having led several organizations. Today, I am the group managing director for Unga Group PLC, makers of both human and animal nutrition, great products like Akina X chapati na sio X. Wale listeners wako wanafikiria I mean X chapati. Yeah,
Not your Twitter, the X.
sio hiyo, yeah. Yeah, kina Jogo and the likes. So yeah, excited to be leading a PLC, a public listed company, at a younger age. Yeah, back in the day, I think my life started in Kitale, our village, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So grew up in Kitale, then went to primary school in Turkana, a place called Lokichar Primary School. Man, that was a tough one. Hardship. So that's why I never take life for granted. Did my KCP from there. Passed and went to a high school called Litain in Kericho, and then from there I went to Campo, University of Nairobi, where I met B. Yeah, so I normally say I graduated with 2 degrees, the girl, and a BSc in mathematics. Yeah. So in a nutshell, that would be me. Yeah, unless there's a detail that you'd want to know that I've left out.
No.
Yeah.
That is really awesome.
Yeah.
15 years, 4 kids.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And so many achievements. So what I just want to know about your childhood, is there a childhood memory that you have that you think has made you the person that you are today, the business mogul that you are today?
So I'd go back to when I was selling milk. So when I was living in Kitale, mom would wake us up wee hours of the morning, would milk the cows, and then would go across to a place called Kwagatua to go and sell milk. Unajua huko.
Watu wa Kitale, I'm sure you guys can relate.
So I'd go to Kwagatua with jerrycans of milk in my hands, together with my brothers and sisters, and would go and sell, by cup, door after door. Yeah. In fact, my friends from the Luya community, we lived together, and I even learned one. I would knock a door and say, "Kama vere," that means milk, And then somebody would say, "Chisendi mbaota," there's no money today, and I would move to the next door. Yeah.
Wow.
And would met a lot of people in the community, sold my milk. So I think that made me graduate into actually selling my own milk. I would go to Chirangani and buy, and starting to sell in this side of town, buy at 5 bob a cup, sell at 10 bob a cup. And I was making so much money. I didn't want to go to campus, like you'd have known in some different quarter. And that taught me the value of taking care of money, the value of running a business, looking at end-to-end, taking care of the customer. And I think that's a key memory that defines who I am today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is such a key memory because it has really defined the business person that you are today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really doing. Do you think you'd go back to selling milk?
I would actually.
At a larger scale, probably, not door to door.
I would. If I had the capital to put up a plant and process milk, to be able to avail it to our consumers across the country, why not? And I think it's an opportunity area in this country. There are not many large-scale producers of packed milk. So yeah, why not? Maybe one day, fingers crossed. You never know.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So when I was saying about 2021, guys, so 2021, December, I don't know if most of you remember a viral video of a certain gentleman from Premier Foods. Was it Premier what?
Premier Foods
Foods
Limited or
Limited or Peptang. Yeah, many more know Peptang. So a viral video of him being given sort of like a guard of honor of being told goodbye by Peptang employees. Some of them were crying, some of them were hugging him. Alibebwa juu kabisa. So yeah, that is the memory that we have of you. To be honest, the internet never forgets, and I'm sure even you'll never forget that time. So being celebrated by your employees, that is something, it goes out to show that your people management skills are up on top. Yeah. And we are wondering, for most people, that is really a tall order, managing people. So how do you do it? How do you do it?
So Joyce, I think that was a humbling experience for me. Didn't expect that at all. It's a moment that will stay with me for the rest of my life. One thing I say is, you take care of people and they take care of business, right? That's my fundamental basis of what I do. And knowing where I came from, how I was brought up and everything, I never look down upon anyone. Everyone has a role to play in this life. Yeah. So I think how we work with people, how you treat people, how you walk in and just say hi. Nobody never feel like the power gets into your head that you are a boss and people are little and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, we're in this together. We came for a purpose. The vision is clear where we are going. We are a team rallying. You just need to rally your team behind the cause, and you go for it. Yeah. Reward your people. Take care of your people. If it's about equipment that they need, if it's about the kind of dressing that they need to be able to execute their jobs, then provide those. Because the greatest asset that you'll have in an organization is actually your team, is actually your people, and if you don't take care of them, then everything else just goes into a toss. Yeah. So as much as possible, value your people and treat them the way you'd want to be treated. Yeah, and the rest will fall in place.
I like what you've said, that you just value your people, because one of the ladies in that interview in December 2021, I remember her saying that you had started a program in Peptang where you were paying for school fees for bright children of the employees in Peptang, and they were hopeful that the next person coming in will continue with that program. So that goes a long way to just show how you really valued the employees in Peptang. Yeah, that is so awesome.
Asante. So it's a challenge to every leader out there. Yeah, just take care of your guys. They'll take care of you. The results will just come. Yeah,
that is nice.
Yeah.
So you have a track record of being a business turnaround expert. And when I say track record, is because when you are in telecom, IPS, you turned over the business from making losses of to a tune of, I think they were making losses of 1 billion Kenya shillings then, and to being profitable. And also when you are at Peptang, you made the business have double digits profits. So being a business turnaround expert, what is your secret?
The secret goes straight to point one: people.
People.
Exactly.
Wow.
I don't know it all, Joyce. I just provide an enabling environment for the team to thrive and be able to go out there and win, right? So my work is cut out, very clear. We have a vision to achieve. We have, if it's a turnaround, we have a turnaround to achieve, take the business to profitability. We go to sit down with the teams, what do we need to do? And contributions are always, the best answers are always with your teams. So the question is, you as a leader, are you providing that environment or an enabling environment for them to come out and say, this is what we need to do to turn around, yeah? So you just provide that ample environment for people to thrive, the results will just come. So right now, Joyce thinks, yeah, Joseph, in fact, you're calling me an expert. I'm not an expert.
Yes.
Yeah, you're calling me an expert, but it was not done by me. It was done by the teams. Yeah, so it's a question
The
of
teams that you led. That's
Yes.
why I think
Yeah.
I call you an expert, because you were leading. If someone else probably was there, hakungekuwa na the same results. Yes.
the jury is out. Yeah. But it's a question of harnessing the best out of your people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mimi nisipouliza hii swali, najua Kenyans watanimeza, because I am with someone who is part of the millers that we have. So na najua other people wenye watanimeza ni my Mlembe people. Mlembe swa, Mlembe mia. Mulimoyo. Sasa hii swali ni yenyu. So hii unga itafika 100 lini?
That's a very tough question.
It is.
It's a very tough question. And it's a combination of many factors. Okay. So number one, you have to know that for unga to come out, it takes maize to grind that maize to be unga, right? So a 2 kg pack, somebody wants it to be 100 bob. It means that a 2 kg tin, unajua gorogoro ya mahindi.
Yes. So for those who don't know gorogoro, it's basically ni
a 2 kg tin.
Yes.
Yeah. Of probably it was a mafuta, cooking oil or something, but a 2 kg tin. You'd want it to be 100 bob.
Yes.
Not even 100 bob, because somebody has to use machines to grind it. Somebody has to transport it. A wholesaler has to take it, has to pass it to a retailer, has to pass it to a consumer. So it means you need to buy it at 70 bob or something, or 60 bob. So that you transport it to the factory, you grind it, you after grinding it, you do quality checks, send it to distributor send it to wholesaler send it to distributor, all that chain, and still lands to you, the consumer, at 100 bob. So the question I ask today, if you went out as a consumer today, utafute gorogoro ya mahindi kama utaipata na hiyo 60 bob ama 70 bob?
I think right now it's 90 bob gorogoro. If I'm not, I don't know.
No, it's almost 150.
It's 150?
Yeah, as it stands. And we are starting to harvest in the North Rift and today. Yeah. So that is the challenge. So what we need to do, and I like what the government did as far as fertilizers is concerned, subsidizing fertilizers, subsidizing input. That way there's going to be a bumper crop. If there's a bumper crop, because of the volume, then the prices of the raw material, which is maize in this case, becomes cheaper. Then that way millers can be able to mill and pass it on to the consumer at a reasonable price. I don't think we are there yet, even in terms of this harvest. I think the crop was good. The rain didn't quite play to the tune, but it's not a bad crop. It might help reduce the prices, because now I hear a gunia of maize is going for 4,700, 4,800. And we were buying, at 6,000, 7,000 shillings,
Yeah.
a few months back. So that's a big improvement. So looking forward to see what the harvest price will be. I think in November Kitale should be harvesting, Eldoret should be harvesting. That's when we'll see a proper drop in prices. But it's a catch-22, because you and me who come from Kitale, our parents want the maize to fetch a higher price.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They want to make more money.
They want to make more money. They want to get return on their investment. So it's now it's a catch-22. Does that farmer make their money at that 6,000 bob? Or does you, who lives in Nairobi and wants your unga at 100 bob, get your 100 bob unga? Help me just solve that equation.
So when will that happen? Do you think now maybe next year it'll take probably another harvest cycle?
So let's see. Let's hope that now that the farmers have seen that the fertilizer subsidy the fertilizer was good, so it actually really soared the crop. And let's pray for good rains in the next financial year. Then if that comes and there's a bumper crop, then probably we see, if the maize comes below the 3,000 shillings level, back to 3,000 shillings a bag level, then and the farmer still makes money. The farmer has to make money. I am a firm believer that the P&L of the farmer must make sense. The farmer is not making sense. The sustainability of that is not going to be there, because then at some point the farmer will feel this thing doesn't make sense.
I'm
Nobody
being
will farm.
used.
Yeah, I'm being used. Nobody will farm, and will just go back to that cycle.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has to make sense. So the farmer needs to make money, which means input costs have to be as less as possible. Yeah. So that he can make a good profit even at that 3,000 bob a bag. He makes good margin. Then that way, when we get at 3,000, we can be able to mill and probably provide at an affordable rate to the Kenyan consumer.
100 shillings.
I like
putting you to the task.
I like your insistence on 100 shillings. But with the way the dollar is going, I don't know whether it still makes sense for the 100. But yeah, we'll try. We'll try.
So let me
There's
just...
no reason why we shouldn't try. We'll try.
You'll try.
Yeah.
So maize was being sold at how much when, let's say, Jogo or Hostess was being sold at 100?
It was around 2,000, 2,500 shillings a bag.
That's where we need to go back to.
Yeah. Right now, a bag of maize will just come from 6,900, 7,000, 6,900. The other day, it's been, as the harvest is coming in, slowly, South Rift, Uganda has also as the harvest is coming in, the prices are coming down. That's why I was saying that I think a few days back, yesterday I was at 47.50. Yeah, and it's slowly coming down. So, but I personally don't foresee it going to the levels that I'm talking about, the 2,000s, the 3,000s. But at least it will be better than the 7,000s that we've seen earlier in the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mmesikia watu kuna matumaini, maybe the next harvest.
Yeah, na hao wanakusikiza, they need to also go in and plant the crop so that we have the more the volume, the better the pricing will be. So we need availability as well
of maize in the country
in good numbers. Take care of food security. That way prices will come down. Mambo ya kupiga kelele na uchangii pia kwa kilimo haileti shangwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
So you've lived for 41 years.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
What are your life lessons?
My life lessons. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's my biggest lesson in life. And that in everything you do, just put God first. And the rest will fall in place. And another thing that I would tell my people listening to me today, you know that thing that says, the Bible verse that in Ephesians 6 that says, honor your parents. That is the commandment to the promise. I think it really is true. Please honor your parents. And those blessings will follow you the rest of your lives. Yeah, very critical. You know, there are times when we hustle too much, life is too hard, we neglect our parents. Or we make it too big, too good, you don't have time for your parents. However aged, whatever, they're your parents. It's the only commandment to the promise. Don't breach it. Honor your parents.
I like it.
Yeah.
So your life lessons are treating others the way you want to be treated, and being spiritual, being guided by your faith, and also honoring your parents. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
So what is your parting shot to someone who wants to start a business and they don't know where to start? You can speak directly to that camera.
First, as a young person who's worked my way up the corporate ladder over a period of time, I want to first speak to the younger generation and tell you that you can be anything you want to be in this life. You just have to put your mind to it. Write it down. This is what I want to be. I want to be a CEO at some point. I want to be that member of parliament, a governor, president of this country. Just write it down and work towards it. You can be anything you want to be. A kid from Lokichar, a kid from Kibagenge, sits at the helm of a listed company in the Nairobi Stock Exchange today. I never thought it was going to happen. I never thought, near a dream. But I'm here to tell you anything is possible. Just work hard at it. And for those who would want to start a business, have a plan. Just draw your plan, do a market survey, do a proper market survey of what you want to do. Analyze from a profitability perspective. Most of the time we look at the revenue. For example, milling. Milling today, is a volume business, because you think a lot of people are eating ugali. So you look at a good customer base. But the question is, how are the margins in that business? Ask yourself, yeah? If you're buying at 100 bob and selling at 101, that's just 1% margin, yeah? So have you done your math to see that the margins of your business actually make sense? So do that. Have a plan, have a clear plan. You can test out your plan with I like practical testing with whatever product prototype that you have. Go out and try it out. You'll fail sometimes. And I want to tell you, failing is part of the game. It's part of the learning. Pick up the learnings, run with it, and one day you'll stand as a testimony that actually running your own business works. I wish you the best as you go out to kill the hustle. All the very best.
I like that. You've told them to go out for their dreams and have a plan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a plan is important.
Yeah.
Huwezi enda tu.
Chora plan, now execute. Game over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank you, Joseph, for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for hosting me today.
We loved it. I loved it. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, like, share, subscribe, because it goes a long way into supporting what we are doing. Peace.
Thank you.